we should get mala, not mala. We should get rosé. Biggest bag because I'm left-handed. For your video.
Explain what we're doing right now.
It's currently 5 something o'clock and we are eating ajuki.
Yay!
We will be discussing our Japan travel trips for next year.
Yay! Nice.
But no promises.
Hello,
Hi.
welcome back to the channel. We are back with High School After Hours episode 11. And we have finished eating our first friend group dinner in like...
Okay, who wants a 50-cent coin?
How long has it been? A year?
A year.
A year since
A year
we've
and a
done
bit.
this. It's our yearly tradition.
13 months.
Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do after now, but once I head home, I got a bit to study. But yeah, turn the camera around. That's my friend Tim. That's not my friend Tim. My friend Tim. Alright, so I'm finally home. It is currently 8:30. There's a helicopter. I don't know if I've shot a proper intro yet, but welcome back to another episode of High School After Hours, episode 11. I hope you guys enjoyed the last episode. It was a lot of fun filming that and editing that. I tried to make it a little bit more cinematic, which I hope you guys got that. But I'm going to be filming across today, tomorrow, and Wednesday since I have a few exciting things coming up. It is also a pretty packed week. I have a lot of subjects to study for, so need to be really productive and motivated this week, which is why I'm bringing you guys along with me. And today is off to a pretty rough start since I've just done nothing and I had dinner with my friends. So I hope to reclaim some of today with what I do tonight after I clean up. So on Tuesday, I have an afternoon studies of religion class, as well as a little study session that I'm going to be running with my study group. And on Wednesday, I'm going to be going to the Messina factory in Marrickville. Now, you might have a Messina where you live. They have just started expanding internationally, but they are an Australian gelato store who sell really high quality gelato with a lot of different flavors, which is absolutely insane. And they recently came to my school to talk to my business studies class about their business model and what they do and how they do it. And I was fortunate enough to be picked out for a free tour of their factory on Wednesday, which I'm really excited for. So it's just going to be me and my friend. We're going to be looking around the factory to see how they make the gelato. It is such a cool business, and so I'm really excited to explore their factory. But for tonight, it's quite late, so I don't know how much I'll be able to get done. So I'm just going to clean up while I drink a cup of milk. I'm going to work on my modern history essay plans while I can. And so when I come back up, I'm going to be working on some studies of religion notes, as well as some plans on what I'm going to be teaching tomorrow. Anyway, that was my little catch up with you guys. Let's get started with our night. Okay, so it is currently 9:30 and I'm going to be working on my modern history essay for the next hour or so while I drink my milk, and then I'll be heading upstairs to do my studies of religion work after that. Let's go. Alright, so I just finished doing some lesson plans for my study session coming up tomorrow. I would have liked to teach those notes out and write it on a whiteboard or something like that, just to see how I would explain things and kind of rehearse what I need to say. But it is getting a bit late. I don't want to stay up too late and have my brain absolutely fried, and I need to get some sleep. So since I've just done the bare minimum and I've done what I needed to do, I should be okay to call it a night. So yeah, it's been a productive night. I'm glad that I've kind of reclaimed what would have been a wasted day. But other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon. Shall we start? Can you guys sit? This is so intimidating. We'll start off with contemporary Aboriginal spiritualities. And what I want to show you guys first is a quick little case study example.
Following on.
The Wurundjeri Woiwurrung people. Now these came up in a doc that this put up, but they actually have a lot that relates to the entire syllabus for post-1945. Dispossession also included the assimilation policies as well. Yeah? Not specifically, you're talking
After school SOR.
Yes. After school SOR, after school.
Did you know we have the same name? It's stretched out.
Hey. Has he?
Hey!
Oi.
Recollect from our sage early scientists they do it right too. Of course.
Alright, so I just got back from a pretty long day of study. It was a lot of SOR today. It was good to do that little group study. There's a lot that I need to do and a lot to revise. I've got to get through a lot of the content for studies of religion right now and do some practice responses for tonight just to get myself going, since I'm already doing SOR pretty much all day today. But I also have planned to do some modern history work as well, and potentially some English work for the craft of writing and working on my imaginative and discursive pieces. So yeah, again, we're keeping pretty busy, but I'm gonna go quickly eat some food and catch up on some homework, and then we'll study on for tonight. Let's go. Alright, so it is currently 5:50 right now. We're waiting outside Messinaville for our factory tour that we were taken out for, which is really exciting. I'm here with my friend. I don't know if he wants to be in it.
Hey.
Hey. Yeah, it's gonna be a really exciting opportunity. Cool to see how they make the gelato and everything. My bag just fell.
Yeah.
But yeah, hope to show you guys some cool stuff on how they make gelato. I don't know if you guys know about Messina. They might have it in your country or not. But check them out. Try it if you can, and you'll get to see some really cool things along the tour. So let's go. Alright, so this is Roy, like 2 or 3 weeks after the tour, finally editing the video. But yeah, I just wanted to do a little voiceover with you guys talking about the tour. So just to preface again, Messina is a very famous gelato store here in Australia. One of the owner's sons, Alessandro, is good mates with my business studies teacher, and so he came to the school to talk to my business class about Messina's operations, and my friend and I were lucky enough to be brought out on a tour after school to see their factory, basically. We started off the tour looking at how they make the gelato itself, particularly how they pasteurize and handle the milk and all of the other ingredients. We looked at this huge machine that they actually custom made for their own operations, and Messina really prides itself on good quality gelato, and so a lot of the things they do are in-house. And so throughout the tour we got to see a lot of how they make things, their chocolate, how they make all their different flavors, because they have a cycle of 5 specials every month, I believe. And so they're constantly coming up with new things and bringing back old things, and just seeing how they make all of those different flavors is so cool, and how they coordinate everything. Alessandro said the best way to determine a good quality gelato is by testing their vanilla, I believe, but also other people say to test their pistachio.
Where they say you can tell a really good gelateria by the quality of their pistachio gelato. I think that's bullshit. I think you can tell the quality of a gelato store by tasting their most basic flavor, like a vanilla, because you can really taste the quality of the ingredients they use. But you can't be a gelato store and not have pistachio, so what I've given you is a hybrid. So what you're having is our pistachio praline. Again, if you're a Messina...
I love pistachio and vanilla, and so he offered the pistachio praline flavor, which was absolutely amazing. We also got to try their in-house dulce de leche and see how they make it, which was really cool. They have this huge machine. Dulce is essentially like a caramelized milk and sugar toffee kind of thing.
The way you make dulce is you split your... Well, firstly, the way you make normal caramel. You cook off sugar, you deglaze with cream, and that's how you get a caramel, right? Dulce is a slow reduction of milk and sugar over a really, really long period of time.
We also looked at how they bake some of their inclusions that they put into their flavors. We walked into their fridge as well, or their freezer. It's an entire room of shelves that are way high of all of their different flavors and basically gelato bases or gelato liquid that they send off to their stores to be frozen and made into gelato. And so it's cool because they kind of ship out little boxes of all of the ingredients that you just do it yourself at the store, if you know what I mean. Messina also does more than gelato. They do cakes and chocolate, and we got to see how they make their chocolate and try it as well. They have so many interesting flavors, and they have a really talented team. And again, they make their chocolate in-house in these really cool machines, and so many different flavors, also suited to different tastes, since they've opened up a store in Hong Kong and Singapore. So they're starting to go out of Australia now. So one day, if you don't have already, you might have your own Messina to try in your country. Overall, it was just a really fun experience for me and my friend. It was cool to see how much thought goes into that production process to get that high quality. And yeah, it's just nice to know how much goes into that little, scoop of gelato that you get, and how much time and effort goes into building an operation process like that to get a product. So yeah, I actually didn't film an outro for the end of that video, so here I am. Thank you so much for watching this episode of High School After Hours at episode 11. I'm hoping to get some more episodes out for you guys, since I know how much you all love them, and thank you for your support. Other than that, I wish you guys all the best with your schooling and whatever you guys are getting up to. Please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for your patience, as I've been getting these videos out very slowly, coming out of my exam block, which went really well. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video, so take care, bye bye.